Come to the stage, Joseph Christopher Torres.
I like to use the mic stand. I feel like it highlights my figure. Whenever I go shopping these days, I make sure I'm always going to Whole Foods, even though it's more expensive there. I just like to believe I'm making the people there think their diets aren't going to work. And I can walk up to some hot girl with an eating disorder and be like, "You'll always look thin next to me, baby." These days, whenever I go shopping, I make sure I'm always wearing scrubs, just so that women will think I have a job. Does anyone here know who Jeb Corliss is? Uh-oh. Jeb Corliss, world famous skydiver, says that every time he jumps, he expects to die. And I mean, that's how I feel every time I have a piece of cake. Morbid obesity is the most extreme sport. We're already sponsored by Mountain Dew. If you ever see a fat person do cocaine, just give them a gold medal. I'm a fat guy. I've always been fat. I think it's because growing up, my parents never taught me about nutrition. Like up until recently, I thought trans fats were just big girls in tight clothes. Often after I perform, someone, a kind, gentle soul will approach me and diagnose me with Asperger's. And I mean, to me, that sounds like a euphemism for hemorrhoids. Yo, homie, can we sit at a booth? My Asperger's are flaring up. Now, my name's Joseph Christopher, and I'm a second-generation Midwesterner. My mom grew up in McHenry, Illinois, and my dad grew up in Las Minas de Colorado, afuera de Sombrerete, Zacatecas, which is in Kansas. Now, my dad's Mexican, my mom is a thick Midwestern woman, which is why when some people look at me, they're like, he's not really brown, but he's definitely less than white. One thing about growing up in the Midwest, mixed race, is I never really thought about race unless there was a racist in the room. You know, like, if we're all drinking and having a good time, I'll sing along to Sweet Home Alabama, just until that drunk guy in the corner goes, "I wish the South had won." But nowadays, I think a lot about race, you know, and I think even if you're just a dark-skinned Italian, you should have your passport with you. Like, what I'm saying is, you better have some paperwork on you if all it takes is a goatee for you to become a Disney villain. These days, or they say that you're not really living until you know what you'll die for, which is why lately I spend all my free time volunteering at Chipotle. I'm just doing my part for E. coli awareness. Our ribbons are brown. No, I'm just kidding. I don't eat at Chipotle. I can't bring myself to pay $10 for a bowl of rice and beans with a little bit of meat, because that's poor people's food. Like these days, Americans will buy faded shirts and ripped jeans. And I mean, I don't understand why we as Americans are always willing to pay an extra dollar for that third world experience. We're all forgetting that if you live in a sheet metal shanty in the desert, any yoga you do is hot yoga. I don't understand why the wealthy are always trying to vacation in poverty, and the only time I get to experience any wealth is when I get my tax return. Now, but these stark differences are not new. Like, think about it, even our sports are segregated. Rich people have, like, rugby and polo, and poor people have NASCAR and running. Even our porn is segregated. Rich people, like, commission snuff films, and I think poor people's porn is just unboxing videos. There's some people now laughing, they're like, he's not talking about me, I'm not poor, I eat at Chipotle. But rich people don't go to comedy shows, they laugh at suffering. Have you ever said money doesn't make you happy? You're poor. Rich people don't say that unless they're surrounded by the poor. Thanks so much, guys. I'm Joseph Christmas.